Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you guys doing? So let's make sure the sound is checked on our today's live stream and welcome to my live stream. So let's make sure the sound is good. Welcome to my live stream. All right, the sound is good. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you're coming in for the first time, I will not be showing my face because I'm pretty busy at the background, but I just want to have conversation with my audience on this developing story. So I want to hear what you have to say. Your contribution is highly appreciated. Your opinion is highly valued. So feel free to jump in and have this conversation with me today. So, once again, welcome. Happy Sunday to you all. And I know most of you are already retiring to bed. It's 2:26 p.m. my time on a beautiful rainy Sunday. So it's really raining here, and the rain is quite cold. Yeah, so for you to understand, we are still experiencing winter even in April. So join me. Let's discuss this. The weather for me is 41 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's still cold. So, few minutes ago, AY the comedian confirmed the separation between him and his wife. He said, my relationship and marriage of 20 years slipped off my hands. And he made a lot of statements, which I really appreciated him coming out to make those statements for people to understand that right now is very sensitive for people to drag people on social media in a very negative way, considering that they have children that have access to social media. So when I read that thing, I said it was a good thing he came out to, if possibly stop all the jab throwing from the likes of Gist Lover carried it today. Curie Gist has been saying about it for the past week. She was the one that brought the story online that Mabel has moved out of the house. Mabel is now seen in the company of a government guy, young dude, and all of that. Then Gist Lover posted something today. So AY coming out today, posting that on his Instagram page, acknowledging or rather confirming the separation information out there, and also telling people to please be watchful that in this case between him and his wife, there is no innocent person there. And sincerely speaking, I don't know what transpired between both of them, but when it comes to marriage, it takes two to tango. It's not just one person that pulls a marriage down. It takes two to tango. So you might be seeing the other person that is always at fault, at fault. How about the other person, what the other person is seeing or perceiving about you? So that's why I said, when I read to that last paragraph where he said, no one is innocent here, that means he made his mistakes. Mabel made her mistakes. Both of them should take, responsibilities where need be, and then move on if they cannot reconcile again. I want to know what your opinion is in the comment section. Thank you guys for joining me today. Entertainment Daily, thank you for being here. Emi Ria, thank you for being here. Cynthia Aneke, thank you for joining me today all the way from Facebook. I really appreciate you guys. Please, as you come, like, share, and also remember your contribution is highly appreciated. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about today. And again, we'll be talking about Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze is on the hot seat. Why am I saying he's on the hot seat? Yes, some people need to be told, or, told of what others are perceiving them to be. You might be wondering why I have Uche Nweze's picture on my thumbnail. Uche Nweze a few weeks ago took to her YouTube channel to talk about this immigration thing. A lot of people been misled in the past. A lot of people lost their money. So Uche said, you know what? Enough of this nonsense. Enough is enough. I'm going to counter what they are saying with facts. And she's been doing that. The moment she starts saying that, don't let anybody deceive you, don't let anybody scam you, this is not true, this is not true, you can do this filing yourself, you can actually get this information, get that, get this. They don't charge this for you to interpret a document. They don't charge this for you to apply for visa. A popular immigration content creator came after Uche Nwezi, doing a whole live stream on Uche, calling her all manner of names. Did that stop Uche? No. Uche continued because she has done immigration in the past, so she knows when someone is lying and someone is saying the truth. And she has heard information, people's testimonies on how much they've lost on doing this and never came to pass. And also, if you are someone who is always on the internet, you would have heard when people, out there on social media crying out how they were promised this job. On getting to UK, there was no job, and they sold their houses in Lagos or Nigeria, sold their plot of land, borrowed money to go to UK, only for them to arrive there and there are no jobs for them to start doing. So why is Daddy Freeze on the hot seat? Daddy Freeze is a will I say, a convener of the free movement. So in their church, they don't pay tithe, they don't ask for offering. If you want to give the church, you give, but nobody is mandating you, nobody is requiring you to do that. And Daddy Freeze over the years he has been calling out pastors, saying that people should stop giving their hard-earned money to pastors and all of that. Stop gifting your pastor that is better than you. The pastor is using your tithe money, all manner of things, which I know most of us here are aware of. So, a particular group of people were looking for a way to get justice after they were scammed by all these COS job providers in the UK. And they felt that the Freeze having a platform could help them, cry out louder. So a lot of people who hear and probably get the attention of the person that scammed them to be able to refund them of their money. The money they're talking about is not in few thousands. The money they're talking about is millions of naira. And to be honest with you, for you to have the heart to scam your fellow Nigerian because of desperation to leave Nigeria, that is the least anybody could. That is the height, rather. You can't even begin to imagine that most of these people borrowed these funds that they paid you to secure them a better place. In the quest of looking for greener pastures. That's why most of these people got into this. So fast forward, they were scammed. They reached out to somebody with an online platform where they could come and cry out and probably get, if not for the full money, they could be able to get half of their money. And then Daddy Freeze gave them bill to pay. Okay, there are two fractions here. Some people say, yes, a workman is entitled to his wages. That means supporting Daddy Freeze for charging money. And some people are of the opinion that these people are already vulnerable. They are looking for a way to get the money that they've been defrauded. And then you're not coming to charge them money. That's why I have Uche Nwezi here. Uche Nwezi is screaming out, creating awareness, telling people to stop, don't get involved, don't do this, don't do that. That's why, and she's doing it free of charge on her YouTube channel. The only thing she can get from it might be if she gets view, that's the only thing which she might get from it. She's not charging people money to tell them not to involve. Then Daddy Freeze, a lot of people thought Daddy Freeze was just there to help correct some social ills happening in the country, help address some social ills, see how he can help and how he can, stop all of these things happening. Only for Daddy Freeze to charge these people, he said according to him that his consultation fee is 250,000. Then after consultation, for you to come on his platform to air your problem or air whatever you have to say, or maybe market your product, is 1.5 million naira. For someone that lost a lot of money, that is seeing you as a means to get their funds back, they borrowed money, the bank is looking out for them, they want to recover their money back. You're now levying more money from them. I want to know what you think in the comment section. I want to know what your opinion. Okay, Emmy said, host, I'm driving later. All right, Emmy, thank you so much. Entertainment Daily said that the Freeze is there to make money. All right, that's good to know that the Freeze is there to make money. People are dragging Daddy Freeze now. That's why we brought him here on the hot seat. And why are we saying he's on the hot seat? When you're doing a social, social ills, when you're trying to talk on social ills, that means you're trying to advocate for the victims. And when you're doing advocate for the victims, it's expected you don't charge money. But according to Daddy Freeze and his own justification for what he did, he said, you cannot force me to do pro bono. I choose to do pro bono on the kind of topic I choose to do pro bono. You cannot demand what I do pro bono. For those who do not know, pro bono is the term they use in law when you want to do a free case for your client. You're not charging them free. You're not charging them fees. If you're going to court, they're not paying you to represent them. You're doing that job as charity. So that the Freeze defense said that if you're going to hospital, if your mother is sick of cancer, or if you're sick of cancer, if you're going to hospital, you still pay the doctors, in as much as they might not save the person and the person might die at the end of the day, but you still pay the doctors to treat you. That was his defense. I want to know what you think in the comment section as we are here to analyze this conversation. Do you think that the Freeze would have done this job for these people by creating awareness so that people will stop paying or borrowing money to pay people to help them get a place overseas? Do you think that the Freeze would have done it free of charge? Or do you think the same Daddy Freeze that is calling the pastors now, telling people not to give their pastors, not to leave them, give them money, is at the end of the day, he turned out to be charging people to appear on his platform? What do you think? Because there are two camps on this particular discussion going on with Daddy Freeze. There is a pastor, a US-based pastor, Francesca. She has been dragging Daddy Freeze ever since she called Daddy Freeze out. She said, according to her, Daddy Freeze has a Mame Water wife. If you believe on those kind of spirituality, then you can understand. So that particular lady has not stopped talking about Daddy Freeze. The lady, I think she calls herself prophetess. I think so. She said that she talked about Yul Edochie and Judy Austin. These are the people she talks about, that the Freeze and his wife, they're committing adultery. Yul Edochie and Judy committing adultery, according to this particular Dallas, USA-based pastor. So when she heard this story from Very Dark Man, she said, you see, don't let anybody deceive you online. The same Daddy Freeze that is telling you do not give to your pastor, do not pay tithe, do not pay offering. And he's there charging people to air their problems, to help them solve their problem. What kind of a pastor is Daddy Freeze? That is according to the prophetess Francesca. I think that's her name, Francesca. Yes, she's based in Dallas, Houston. That is our opinion. And other people, there is this Rita lady on Instagram and TikTok. Rita said that she's highly disappointed that Daddy Freeze could be charging the same set of people. These people, remember, they are not coming on Daddy Freeze show to market their products. So there is no gain they are going to make coming to that show. They are trying to, address a problem. They are trying to stop a problem from happening. They are trying to get their money back. They are trying to make the public know, do not get involved with this, because this is now a big problem in Nigeria. A lot of people have fallen victim and will still fall victim to this COS job, whatever, if care is not taken, if awareness is not created, if these people doing this rubbish are not called out, and then their faces be pasted all over the internet, and people stop patronizing them because they don't offer what they promise. So are you of the opinion that that would have been a charity cause? Or are you of the opinion, yeah, that the Freeze did whatever? After all, a workman is entitled to his wages. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Mama, how is family doing today? Thank you. We are good, 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 good. Cynthia Aneke. I don't know if this Cynthia Aneke is someone I know from way back. I know the last name Aneke, but I can't remember if I have the name. The one I know is Chika. I don't know if her baptismal name is Cynthia. So Cynthia, if you're the same person, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to leave my link. If you have anything to contribute in our conversation today, please feel free to jump in. Let's share opinion. Let's make it conversational. Let me hear what you have to say. Entertainment Daily says Daddy Freeze doesn't look like a good person, so I don't understand why people are surprised. All right, but as a pastor that he's claiming to be, you would like say, okay, maybe he was doing a just cause, maybe he's actually trying to help people, and maybe based on that, people were surprised by his acts. That's I'm going to share my opinion too. Okay, let's continue because I am here doing a lot. That's why I don't want to show my face. So that's the Entertainment Daily's opinion, that she's surprised she's wondering why people are surprised, because to her, Daddy Freeze doesn't really overly look like. Daddy Freeze to me is out there to make money, and he's making the kind of money that he has never made all his career. When he was on the radio, he never made this kind of money. So right now, he's looking for a way to make money in the comfort of his home. And I do have Entertainment Daily here. Hey, beautiful.
Hello, host. Can you hear me?
I can hear you from my phone. That nonsense that happened to me yesterday is happening again. So do me a favor. All right. So if you're still there, you can jump right back on. I've taken off my microphone and we can hear you now. So while we wait for Entertainment Daily to come in, let me know what you have to say, because Very Dark Man is actually doing a just cause and he's not charging money for what he's doing. He's calling people out to stop, scamming people. And is that a good thing to do? Yes, it is an absolute good cause that the guy is doing, and he's doing it free of charge. It's unfortunate that those with platform are not doing the same. Uche Ways is another person now calling out all this internet immigration, whatever, that they should stop. They should stop deceiving people. At least be honest. Is that a just cause? Definitely. What Uche is doing is a just cause. And if you're wondering who Uche Weze is, I shared her video, that particular video, in my community page for you to go watch the video and understand while I put Uche.
Hello, host. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you okay. I can hear
Hello?
you. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Oh my goodness, why is she dropping? I can hear you. Oh, she dropped again. All right. While she's trying to connect, let me welcome my beautiful friends here. Faith in Kendelim, thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate you. God bless you guys so immensely for being so kind and being so thoughtful of Oyoyo. I appreciate all of you. As you guys come in, please don't forget to like the live stream, don't forget to share, and don't forget to invite your friends. We are doing live stream today without me showing my face. As you all know, it's spring, so we are trying to do some spring cleaning, and no time to waste, guys. So entertainment, I'm still waiting for you. You can actually come right in. My microphone is on. If you guys can hear me okay, I heard you the last time you came up because I took off my microphone. So I'm streaming now without microphone. So for me, because those people are already trying to create an awareness, I will feel that it's not something you charge money. I know it's not everything you make money from, sincerely speaking. It's not everything. There are some courses that you take as a social justice. You're trying to get justice for some people. And that's what I felt when I heard the story. Assuming they were coming to promote a business or coming to do other things, I would say yes. A workman is entitled to his wage. And again, even after they have paid the consultation fee, I would expect at least Daddy Freeze to give them audience to be able to, share their opinion without charging them. That is me. That is what I feel. I don't think, asking them for 1.5 million is really necessary, because the view you're going to generate from that conversation is not just going to be a one-time conversation. That conversation will continue to go on. That if Free still makes money from super tanks and all of those, he still makes money from that. So he could have just let this be. Let me help these people fight this cause. Let me help these people end all this COS buhaha that is going all over the internet. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people cannot even pay back the loans they took from people to do this. I know somebody will say, if you don't have money to japa, why japa? Let me tell you, for the fact that you don't want to borrow to japa does not mean the next person shouldn't do that. I'm gonna give you an example. When I newly came here, my friend from the bank, who worked in the bank, in a particular bank together, she was about having her children. She told me that she wants to come to the US and have her baby. I say, please, by all means necessary, try and do that. And then she said she doesn't have the complete money to come because she doesn't want to owe medical bills when she's done, that she's going to borrow money to come. This lady borrowed some money, came here, and then she had the second child and her third child in the US, giving them American citizenship. Did she pay back the loan? Yes. Has she paved way for her children in the future? Absolutely yes. So for some people say, hey, how can you go and borrow money to travel to America? My dear, that lady is not talking about that money she borrowed now. All she knows that she was able to pay her loan when she got back, and her kids are American citizens. You can understand that. So people have different priorities, and you can't dictate how people should run their race. For the father, if you know get money, why japa? Some people still want to japa to better the lives of their family members and all of that, especially with what is going on in Nigeria, that people are not seeing any hope coming out of everything that is happening. So you don't blame people when people go the extent of doing something to better their families. That's how I say it. That particular case that Daddy Freeze charged for 1.5 million, does it qualify as a social ill? Absolutely. It qualifies for a social ill. It's something somebody can do for free, because you can see the trend. A lot of people fell victims of this. A lot of people lost money. So there is no need trying to make money upon that kind of situation. You can still make money from that situation when you continue to talk about it. You can still make money, because people will now be sharing your videos. People are going to gift you for even helping talk about it. And that is another way of making money. Or the bulk money of 1.5, you might generate it under 3 or 4 days if you consistently talk about this ill. Is it an ill now? It is, because there are victims of this. So that is my personal opinion. I don't think that it was right for Daddy Freeze to went on charging money. After you have charged the 150 consultation, you heard them out. You can say, oh, I understand your plight. Okay, I can see, let me see how I can help. And if you feel this is not something you want to help, you could have told them, I'm sorry, I would have loved to help, but I don't want to discuss this on my platform. They would have gone somewhere else to look for means to have those conversations in the platforms of those that will give them audience. The issue of that one, sincerely speaking, let me put another thing here. Nigeria is talking about youth being wasted because of the hard D that they smoke. And then is a lot of young folks in Nigeria now are on the street, roaming the street because of the side effect of those things they smoke. Is it a social ill? Yes, it's a social ill. Why does it qualify as a social ill? You see people on the street roaming. Some of them, they don't even realize they are naked anymore because of the effect of the hard Igbo they smoke, or the hard Mkpuru Mmiri they smoke. Does it qualify for social ill? Yes. When you want to talk about it on social media, do you want to charge people again to help solve a problem? No. You do that because you want to see how to bring those kind of behaviors to an end. This COS matter in UK, if you guys know the kind of thing way that you don't do it, you understand why it is now a social ill. A lot of people lost everything, because they sold their houses, some borrowed money, they sold their land, they paid someone who says that he's the agent. They will do all of this. Some people have gotten to UK without any job available. That wasn't what they promised them. That wasn't the arrangement. So Very Dark Man has scored a big goal against Daddy Freeze. And to be honest with you, as you keep getting popular on social media, you have to be very careful. I have a very popular person on Facebook. Another Facebook content creator reached out to me since I happen to know this lady to ask for consultation. The lady said that she doesn't do consultation, that she's sorry, she doesn't consult. And I want to believe it's this kind of situation that makes her not to get involved with consultation, because you can consult with someone, they will expect more from you. Let's assume now you have a popular Facebook person. They will say, okay, to meet with me, you have to pay AYZ amount. And then their thought will be, once they meet with you and pay AYZ amount, their page will now go from 1,000 followers to 200,000 followers. Where they don't see that, they will come and call you out. Yes, so you know that lady. They will tag you and say, yes, she even collected AYZ amount from us. And now look at, she's not even helping us grow. Remember, you say it's consultation. Consultation is different from helping carry your burden. But at the free zone, you consult first. After hearing your case, if he thinks it's something that he wants to talk about, you now come and pay 1.5 million to talk about it. And if someone is paying to promote their business, I have no problem with that. And this would be a big lesson for Daddy Freeze. The way I see Daddy Freeze is, he acts like someone who know it all. That kind of amateur mehowa kind of person, somebody who knows everything. This is a lesson for him. Why am I saying a lesson? After this buhaha, Daddy Freeze is going to spell his content creating out. Why am I saying that? He's now going to make it as a contract. Before you meet with me, these are the kind of things that I discuss on my page. If you want to discuss with me, this is the amount I charge, is official. You sign the contract. And once you sign the contract, after reading the terms and conditions of the contract, nobody is going to come and say somebody is exploiting them or somebody did not exploit them. The contract will speak the volume. So that will be the lesson that the Freeze will learn after this. Honestly, that will be the big lesson he will learn. Just like the Very Dark Man said, you're going to learn, and you learn the hard way. That will be the lesson that the Freeze will learn. Is it a hard way? Yeah, because his reputation is now being dragged. People are dragging him up and down. It's his reputation. So is he going to learn? Hopefully, he will see it as a learning curve and make amends and start doing transactions based on contract. You sign dotted line. You agree to terms and conditions before we even come. I know that the Freeze seems like somebody who charges fee for his videos, but I also wonder, when he was doing the thing for what's his name, the late Ibu and family, was he charging also, or were those ones free? We need to ask these questions because we need to understand. Like he said, you can't compel me to do a job free, and you can't dictate to me the jobs I should do free of charge. And that is a fact. Nobody should push anybody to do something free of charge. It has to come from the heart. You have to agree, I want to do this. So that is what I'm bringing here for us to share. And also, we'll go back to talking about AY. Thank you guys. Omowumi. How I love that name, God. Omowumi. I don't even know the full meaning, but I really love the name so much. I like the way it sounds. Omowumi. It sounds lovely. Thank you guys for joining me. Good day, God Day Charity Ada. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. So that is my own opinion. This is Oyoyo's opinion concerning Daddy Freeze issue. And Very Dark Man, people, Very Dark Man must have started. He started very well, oh, but every other person, I believe we all have a small, things, yeah, that's what people did that they were not so proud of. And I want to believe that Very Dark Man also must have regretted some of the things he did in the dark that is now damaging his image in today's world. But at the same time, the guy is actually doing some good. If you look at it critically, he's doing some good, bringing out all these things to the limelight and letting people have those conversations. I will call them hard conversation, but those conversations indeed need to be talked about. And I think he's doing okay by speaking on those things sincerely. And for the pastor that is now using this opportunity to drag Daddy Freeze, what you're dragging Daddy Freeze about is differently from what you're saying that the free is gifting to the church and all of that. A workman is entitled to his wages. The pastors can also decide to claim that when they are preaching, they are working in the vineyard of the Lord. Let me add entertainment again and see what is going on here. Can you give me water? Hi, Entertainment Daily.
Can you hear me?
Certainly, I can.
Oh, finally. Finally. I don't know what's wrong with the StreamYard.
So, what do you think about this that the freeze matter? What is your opinion?
First of all, I'm really surprised that people are shocked. People are feeling like, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting this from Daddy Freeze. Somebody that will tell you to go and catch cockroaches so you and your parents can eat. And you're like, Daddy Freeze is not something. There's nothing that guy would do that would be a surprise to me. And I feel like a lot of people were looking at him that way, probably because Daddy Freeze came out dragging pastors. But if Daddy Freeze was in the shoes of those people, he would do the same. If we would do a proper digging and find out when Daddy Freeze was in the radio, I believe we will have people that will testify that maybe artists, upcoming artists that will want their music played. You know how radio stations used to behave. They
Yeah.
never helped. So I'm not even surprised that Daddy Freeze is like this. So that's why I was like, okay, he's doing his thing. He wants to earn his money. Daddy Freeze already set this high standard for himself where he wants to drive a Ferrari. He wants to do this one, do that one, brag about the type of wristwatches he's wearing. So Daddy Freeze will do anything possible that is legal to maintain that high standard of life that he has set for himself. And Daddy Freeze has got a fees to pay. He has kids that are in the US, right? I don't know how old they are. He's still paying child support.
No,
Are,
I don't think he's paying child support because he said the kids are not in contact with him. The woman went away with the kids and they're not communicating. He tried to reach out several times. It did not work. So maybe when they are grown, they will meet again. So I'm not sure he's paying any child support.
But even if you're not in contact, if that's what I don't know what Nigeria own law says, but if it's other places, it doesn't matter if you're in contact with them or not. You will still pay the child support, whether the kid wants to speak to you or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, okay, even if you set that aside, Daddy Freeze, if you watch some of his live stream, you hear him saying, "I have kids in the university." He doesn't say I have.
Yeah,
kids.
he has the kids from the wife in school.
Oh, those are the kids he's referring to. Well, those ones
Yeah.
are not his responsibility. Now, if he wants to help, he can help, but I believe they have a father. So because he used to say that, so I was thinking, okay, because university, high life, then the baby freeze that is now the child between him and Taste Board. Also, I believe they will put him in one of the most expensive schools in Lagos. They have to maintain all of those things. So Daddy Freeze will charge whatever he needs to charge. And I think he explained it there. He has two managing companies. People are managing, one in Israel, one in Nigeria. I don't know why he needed two different managing whatever. But Daddy Freeze will do whatever he can to make sure that the money is coming and he's living that big man lifestyle. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised that Daddy Freeze is not helping anybody because of the way Daddy Freeze looks at people, the way he talks to people. Like he's just that
Yeah.
kind of person that does not have human sympathy. Except you're really, really close to Daddy Freeze. I think Daddy Freeze is that kind of person that you must be extremely close to him for him to actually help you. Or maybe on the day when he's in a good mood, maybe he just made a lot of money that day and he's just relaxing, so excited, and then somebody asks him for something, he can just help. But on a normal day, you go and ask Daddy Freeze, nothing concerned Daddy Freeze concern you. Two of them answer the same surname. So I was like, people should not be surprised that Daddy Freeze did what he did. He's out to make money. And at the end of the day, we all know that this social media thing, once you're on this social media and you're buying data, you're buying a camera, you're buying phone stand, you're buying mic, you're buying this, your time and everything. If you're making money, you're making money. And if somebody is coming with a case, I don't think I owe anybody to help. If I want to help, I help. If I don't want to help, I don't want to help. Because at the end of the day, I don't appreciate when people are not smart enough to know when something is not real. Okay, that somebody is asking you to pay money. How do you go and pay 300,000 or 300 million to someone for what? For what? Something that you could have done by yourself or do ask questions. So pay
Yeah.
the money because already, I mean, I'm feeling like Daddy Freeze had that money and he's like, oh, more, this people get money, ma collect my share. That is
I
normal thing for
think
Nigeria.
so. I think so. You're making
Uh-huh.
sense now. If you put
That,
to pay
that's the thing.
300 million, then you can afford to pay me 100 at 1.5 million to be able to help you guys get the money back. But that's the
Absolutely.
different thing here. If they had reached an agreement, okay, let's see how I can pursue this course for you guys. But you guys will give me a certain percentage. It's entirely a different negotiation. It will be a different because if
Well,
someone,
he
for
said, according
example,
to him, he said he told them that the money they paid was for consultation. What did they understand by consultation? No wonder they steal their 300 million. Person tell you say money where they pay for consultation. Then tell you say the consultation will be on air. You know, ask questions. This is what is leading these same people. Like they are like three blind mice. All of them, they are just moving aimlessly. I don't know what kind of people are these, really. First time you did the mistake. Second time again, you're making the same mistake. When you pay Daddy Freeze, are you not supposed to ask questions? Okay, so now when are we going live? After we pay you the money, I will ask you everything I need to ask you. So that when it casts, I will show you my evidence. Didn't I tell you? That's how I work. If I'm gonna do something, everything I'm feeling, every question I have, I will put it out to you so you know. So if that thing doesn't work out, I will tell you, well, I said it. So there is
exactly.
nothing like you did not know, because you should have asked him, okay, when I pay in the money or when I transfer the money into your account, when are we going live? For how many hours are we going to be live? These are the things I want you to say. The live, and then he will not ask you, what are you talking about? The money is supposed to be for consultation, not for you to come on my live stream. And now you now know that money does not cover everything. But because these questions were not asked, they just assumed. And me too, I didn't know that Daddy Freeze was charging people to go on his live stream.
I was
I thought it's
shocked
only
when
when he
I
does
heard
those
that.
advert and those type of stuff when he will say hi to them.
Man, I
And
was
hey,
shocked.
I'm hearing 1.5 million. I say, hey, with
I
a
was
play.
shocked when I
With
heard
a
it.
play. People they
And I
charge
said,
1.5
wait,
million.
oh. I started thinking about the people that have been on his live stream. Is he Bongoli, that is a frequent person that pays the 1.5? Is he Ada, that is always helping Daddy Freeze in the thing? So is Daddy Freeze paying Ada,
Those ones are
Samira?
free disciple. Those ones are free disciple members. I
But
don't think they
does
pay.
does he pay them? Because if you're charging this kind of money and these people are always on your live stream to support you and encourage you, do you pay them for their time?
That's the thing about. Do we know if they have their own app, their own pages or
They have
YouTube
pages
channels?
there, but he doesn't even oftentimes shout them out and all of that.
Yeah, but at least there are people that would, sometimes when people see you on somebody's live stream, they might tell you, they like the way you sound. And like, for example, now, my I think the previous two last live stream that I did and you came and you anchored, I saw comments that somebody dropped. Somebody said, I love it when you and Oyoyo are on live talking. Like, said Oyoyo is always making a good point. So somebody will always listen to someone or someone else's, and they might like you and they might want to go. So maybe that's how he pays them back, by
Mel,
people that
Mel, wait, though. Wait. Is when your channel or your Instagram is a monetized or whatever, because it's on Instagram that this will come out. Is when those
yeah,
Instagram are monetized, you say if they come and join you, they can benefit something from it. If these people Instagram are not monetized and you're charging people 1.5 million to bring them up, and you call me on, even when Ada will be sleeping at 2 a.m., that the freeze
yeah,
will say,
you
Ada,
wait,
Ada,
wait.
come on. And Ada say, okay, I'm just let me wear something. I've met
Yeah.
them situation like this. So does he
Hmm.
pay those frequent people that he bacon on all the time to join him because he's charging money? If it was just ordinary
I believe,
conversation like me and
but
you
I
do all the
believe they
time,
will know that he charges money, and if they are not benefiting anything, and they keep showing up, then it's on them.
it's on them. Sincerely,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now we know. But then again, like I said, a workman is entitled to his wages. But at the same time, you should be able to, spell out the kind of things you charge money for. You shouldn't be charging money for social ills when you're trying to correct them. You shouldn't.
Yes.
You
He
understand?
should have
Social
helped
ill.
in this case. You're right.
Yeah,
He
you
should
should
have
be
helped.
able to know that you're trying to help people stop doing this particular thing. And then charging money is out of it. It shouldn't be. That's the way I see it, though. People might see it differently. It's up to them. But I feel for social problems, you shouldn't charge money for it. But for every other thing, if they want to promote their business, oh yeah, you charge money from it. If they want to grow their page, you can charge money for it. If they want to get the following, you can charge money for it. Not when somebody is crying out that this is what is going on in the country, that this is what people are going through, and you're still Mel, that one tire
But,
me.
but host, we also have to look at it from the business standpoint too. Not everybody will be a philanthropist. Not everybody will be an advocate too.
Yes, I
Not
agree.
everybody. So for someone that is coming, looking at this thing as business, strictly business, I don't care if you're my family, if you're my this, you're my that. If you want something, you will pay because I worked my, as of to get this here. I will not do it for free. So I think that's how Daddy Freeze looks at it. Because you remember the example he gave when he said he worked in the radio, and anybody that came, how radio people used to behave until now that radio is not relevant anymore. But when they were, you saw how they were all behaving. So I think this is just a normal thing for our people, where when they're in a position where they can help you, they forget you completely. They don't remember to help at
Hmm.
all. And then later, when something start going down, that's the time they will not be saying, I made a mistake, or when I was up there, if I had help. Just very few people remember to help. So me, I'm not surprised that Daddy Freeze doesn't want to help anybody, because I think Daddy Freeze is not looking at himself as an advocate. He just used that pastor thing to grow his audience. And
Yes.
when he saw that he has gotten the attention of the people, he switched. The same thing that the very dark black man is doing now. He's becoming a nuisance, talking nonsense all the time. Before, when he started, he was sometimes he makes sense, sometimes he doesn't. But now, 99.9% of the time, he's not making sense anymore. He's just talking and yap, 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 yap. So I think that's the same thing with Daddy Freeze. So these people should just leave. Because another thing that came to my mind was the guy in Canada. I don't know if you remember that video. There was a man that was standing in the snow in Canada and crying that he lost everything after he purchased a house or a land, something about real estate in Nigeria. And
Mm.
since 2010 or 20 whatever till now, nothing has happened. I don't know. Do you remember that case?
No, I
Oh,
didn't watch that.
there was a guy, you will pity him. He was crying, laying in the snow. You know how Canada and their snow is, crying that he's out, like he's homeless now because he sold everything to invest in that business. and and he was even mentioning the company's name and everything. I was thinking that Nigerian blogs and all these people, with people like that, the Freeze and all these very dark man, and all of them, that will carry that case and help that guy because he's giving names. At least they should ask him to bring evidence. So pursue the thing for the guy. Let the guy get his money back, or give him the land that he bought or the house that he bought. Let him do something. Nobody did anything. After a while, that thing died down. So I know that most of these people, they are not out there to help anybody. They are out there to make the money. All the Linda EKG and the rest of them. They are
Wow.
very dark black man that is talking. Very soon, you will see. Let's see if he's going to help these people, or he's just going to be there calling out that he's free. They're all the same. They don't like helping anybody, but everybody want to pretend that they are the best and be calling out other people. Make all of them rest. All of them are the same. Bad character.
Wow. Wow. This thing is going to continue. It's going to linger for a longer time. Oh. To all my people
Yes,
from Facebook, thank you guys for joining. Joe, I can see you. Hannah, I can see you. Cynthia, thank you, amazing people. Please don't forget to like, share, and invite your friends to join us in the conversation, and also share your opinion in the comment section as you come in. CML, you nailed it. First of all, that the Freeze is not seeing himself as an advocate. He's purely there to make money. The moment he started making so much money from social media, more than he has ever made in his career, he knew what he wanted and he went for it. And he's not ashamed in any way or form or shape to express that. We all know how he has money gone, shoot my money gone. If you give me money, I talk about you. If you chat me, I will mention your name. He's unapologetic about it. He doesn't care what the public are saying. They call him Mr. Ringlight. He has embraced that name fully with his full chest. The only concern I have is because this is a social ill. That's the reason why I have concern. You know, when I came on YouTube, when I started seeing all these immigration content, I was like, do people really listen to these people? Why is it that people are not asking themselves questions? Why is it that Nigerians are not making this content, especially Nigerians living in America? They are not making immigration content. America, come to America, come to America, come to America, because they will sue you. When I mean sue you, and then you go to prison. There is no two ways about it. So I think people should start talking about this. So when Uche Nweze started talking about it, I was happy. I was happy somebody is talking about it. So you will expect somebody like Daddy Freeze to lend his voice, but obviously he's not interested in any advocacy. All he knows, if you pay me, you appear. If you don't pay, you know they appear. So people should stop, like you said, stop looking at him as he's just there purely for business. Purely for business. All right, moving on. We're going to continue to hear this case as it unfolds. Hopefully they will get over with it. Other things will happen, and those other people, they should figure out how to sue if they are in a better place and can get hold of the people that scam them. They should sue them. That's the only thing I can advise them. And next time they should continue to talk about it so that other people will not fall victim. Because if you close mouth, another person will be used or scammed. And why is scam very prominent? I was trying to do online banking with a Nigerian bank. The moment I tried to get my code to sign on, come and see how they were sending me, hey, that the bank said I should put in this number. I said, you see, this scam thing is real. If you're not careful, you think it's coming from the bank, you fall into it. So, and I don't know what the government is doing. Everybody now is creating app in Nigeria. Nobody's creating a secured app to help people. They're all doing things to make their own money. Nobody cares. It's unfortunate. It is the way it is for Nigeria, but God will help them someday. So moving on, host, what do you have to say about AY's story? He just confirmed it this afternoon, or rather evening for Nigeria, that his marriage and friendship of 20 years has just slipped off his hand, and people are there talking their opinion because they feel they can talk. You know, he said quite a long, made a long statement there online. What do you have to say about these people?
When I saw his statement, I was like, wow, it's just this morning I was talking about him. And this his marriage stuff, only for me to go online this evening. And I saw he has finally dropped a statement. And I'm like, oh, wow, finally. But that
Mhm.
AY's statement is really suggestive because I saw somebody else that's called Wale something posted a long write up, and people were telling him, "Why are you writing this thing?" Talking about how they are both good couples and whatnot. Very long write up, Wale something.
Mm.
I don't know who he is, but it seemed like he's close to both of them. So people were like, "Why are you here talking about this whole thing?" So I'm suspecting that this AY saw that post and that prompted him to now write his own. So
Okay.
looking at the whole situation, yeah, I don't remember because I don't know. I've never heard that person before, but probably because I was looking at AY's profile and I was looking at Mabel's profile before I came to do my live stream. So I
Mm.
guess that's why when I went to Instagram again, they suggested this showing the Wale person. So I decided to read up the person's post. So when I saw this AY's post, there's a lot of suggestive stuff in there. He didn't say anything, but he did say something. If
Yeah.
you read that if you read that post very well, okay. So for me, I really think they look good together. And if it's something that they can fix, I would want them to fix it. They have that little child that doesn't understand anything, and it's always not easy, going this week you're in this parents, the other week drop off, this one pick up, drop off, all those kind of things. It's just too much. After many years struggling to have a child, this is what the child will now come into the world to see. So if it's something that they can work on, then I think families should get involved. And I love the way they're handling it, not posting anything, not bashing anybody online. At
Yeah.
least we wished her happy birthday. It was dry, but now we understand fully why it was dry because it's been confirmed that there's an issue. But at least she was matured enough to come in and say thank you for the birthday wish. So I hope they can be reasonable enough to sit down for families or people that they respect to sort it out for them, or their pastors, the churches they attend, to help them, or if they have to go for counseling, let them go for counseling and see if they can actually get this whole thing in control. But if they can't, then they should just respectfully go their way and just announce that they are no longer together, but no need to break down and start bashing anybody for anything, except if you've been poked to the extent that you cannot handle. But like AY said, he has a grown child that is always on social media. So it would be best if they don't come out and start acting the way New is acting, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they are handling it very well, in my opinion. And that reminds me of the Ireti Doyle case where nobody knew for years until Ireti said it herself that she was divorced.
Yeah, that's another good one. That's another good one. Yes. You see, I don't see them coming back together again, unfortunately, because from the little information that QT, whatever, put out there, it's like they've tried to make it work many years and it didn't work. So right now, there's some way you try to make something work, try to patch it, try to see other ways to get around. If it's not working, you're definitely going to be exhausted one day and give up. And I think that's what has happened to them. But like you said, I love the way they are managing it. And if they and they are people, they are social media people, they are celebrities, you understand? So if there is any lesson the likes of Yulu Edochie should learn, they should learn from this. Is out there. Somebody brought the information out there, but they are not trying to fuel what is already out there. They are trying to calm it down for the sake of their daughter. And when I read that, it really gladdens my heart that someone is thinking about the children first before thinking about them. I felt good in my mind that these two people involved, they are mature enough to go through this whole journey and see how they can amicably move on without hurting their families. That is a lesson for people to learn. If you're moving on with moving away from your family and moving on, let's say personally, and then remember, first of all, there are children in the relationship that if you come online to mess up anyhow, it will end up affecting their mental health and every other thing in between. So I'm happy he wrote that so that everybody would now go in and drink Gary and know, yeah, these people are this. This is what is happening. At the end of the day, if they can be able to reconcile, they will move on and respectfully respect each other. Not dragging each other, not name calling, not telling anybody Zukwani Ike like Odogwu did. Marriage is not a must, it work. If it's not working, find your peace and move on, but move on respectfully, remembering that there are things that brought you guys together. There are things that still kept you guys together, which number one of them will be the children that came from that relationship. So I really respect that, and I hope all those private investigators that call themselves bloggers should stop digging and let them be. That's my hope. Not that not that it's going to happen, but that's what I hope for. Honestly, that's what I hope for. So do you think people will learn from the way they're handling it? Do you think uh people, like, when I mean people, in particularly you, do you think you will learn something? And again, I hope you will not come and start laughing at AY
We
because
will, most definitely, because remember, it was suggested that something was going on, allegedly. So there's
uh-huh,
no way you will not be smiling right now. But if you say you will learn anything from this case, you won't. He's too proud to ever learn or listen to anyone.
it's true. But sincerely, I think you might be laughing now. All of them that we are dragging me, how is he tasting now? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The thing is, when AY saw what they've been writing, he didn't quickly run. Yes, so I cheated with my wife, or I have moved on. He respected himself. He did not acknowledge anything. He did not debunk anything. The only thing he said now is that we have moved on. And they won't be the first people to move on. Remember, Basket Mouth and his wife, they moved on. Paul Okoye and Anita, his wife, they moved on. People move on, you understand, but respectfully, so you can co-parent in peace. Not this one that you're forcing somebody to accept your ideology about polygamy. If it's not working, it's not working. You don't have to buy there, but at the same time, you have to respect the other person's belief, way of life, and opinion. That's the way I see it, and I'm glad they're taking it that way and they're respecting their children. That is the one that made me really happy, recognizing that they have a child who is an internet user. They don't want to see them to see some of the things that are private on social media. I really, really commend them for thinking positively about their children, or rather their child. I really recommend them on that. Wow, I've been talking. Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
it's their because they have to. They have this thing. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, Joe is saying it's well in the comment section and all of that. It's indeed well. Sincerely, a lot of people separate. So it's not because this was celebrity wouldn't think they're the only ones separated. No, a lot of people married today and they're no longer together that people don't get to hear about. But because these people are always in the news, it seems as if it's only celebrities that fall sick, it's only celebrities that separate from their marriages. No, separation happens every day, every day. But we get to hear about the people making headlines. I wish AY and his beautiful wife well, but Mel, 20 years of friendship just down the drain. Hey, gosh. Ha.
Exactly. That's in there. It's the whole thing is just surprising. The way marriages are ending. This see, the other one was 20 something years.
I
Uh,
like it that her own was 47 years.
you see. We're even screaming 20 something. This one is 40 something. I don't understand. Is it that people don't have patience anymore? Or what is really the thing? Or people are becoming more heartless. I'm not sure. It's very difficult because I don't think there's anything that's happening now that has not happened before. But why is it that people just cannot cope?
It's not issue of being heartless. So somebody said it's see finish. When see finish, don't enter them. Nothing to appreciate anymore. I don't think it's see finish. I think it's taking the other for granted. That's what I think. Let's assume a husband has been cheating for years. The wife keep telling the husband, please, can you stop this? It's affecting me because I'm a recipient of whatever you bring from outside. I don't want to be going to the doctors to treat myself. I am tired. And the man kept on going about doing it without even protection, coming home with all the nyama nyama. At some point, you get tired. At some point, you're human. You get tired. You don't want to be part of that anymore. Because what if you get the one that is not treatable? What if that happened to you? Because you're there enduring to the point that you now get something that you cannot treat. Is going to be with you for the rest of your life. You're going to be miserable because the mind is going to judge you. You see, you would have left since. If you had left, you wouldn't have gotten this. Now you're stuck with this. So when you work on something like that for many years, if it's not working, I remember when Bill Gates and the wife, when they separated, the woman has genuine reason of leaving a 34-year-old marriage. She left. I said, let me allow my husband to do what he's been doing for years. He should go, live freely, do whatever you want to do. Nobody's stopping you anymore. You understand? So
Yeah.
when you keep tolerating, when you keep, enduring, at some point you get through to yourself and say, you know what? I'm done enduring. I'm done being that good wife. He's not working. He's not working. I want to live. I want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled. Because what I'm doing now, there is no pleasure, there is no peace of mind, nothing. So I think that's what happened to most of these people. Because marriage is interesting, marriage is beautiful, but at the same time, marriage is a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to make it work. And it takes a lot of patience to live with someone for that lengthy time without you thinking about leaving. And if you're not respectful in marriage, that brings a problem. When you're not respecting each other's opinion or feeling, when that person is telling you, stop doing this, and you're not stopping, a day will come. They will say, you know what? I'm done. And that is it. They really, really brought a lot of things saying that AY did this, did that. I don't know how they get this information. Or do they live with them in their houses? No. How do they know what is happening in their homes? Or is it the doctors that is doctors treating the wife of the so-called whatever they say she got are the ones giving the information? I don't know. These people know too much. They write too much on social media. They say too much. And I
But
don't know if they're verifying
some
this.
people leak their own information. Some
People,
celebrities, yes, some celebrities, they are the ones, or public figures, they are the ones that give out the information to the bloggers.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not with their like real accounts. That's
Wow.
why you'll be seeing things like an insider said, which insider? When
Wow.
they've gotten to the point where they want certain things out, they know how to get those information out.
Wow. Wow. Hmm. Anyways, we'll be talking on these topics as they unfold. Joy is saying that's because most of them do not bring their marriage online for the online in-laws to give opinion. Yes, and they moved on. And when they moved on, online people will now have opinions. like I like it just shocked people. But to be honest with you, a lot of Lagosians we are not shocked. That's just the truth. People that already get the gist, they know, no, we are not surprised, no. Maybe the man is tired, maybe the woman is tired. They should just live separately and be happy. After all, their children are grown. So it is what it is. So I want to appreciate all of you. Mel, I don't try today. I'm doing I'm doing housework that my little girl gave me, trying to
Ah,
sort her room out.
voila.
I'm telling you. So I said instead of being here all by myself, let me come and stay here with my online family. You know,
Ah,
I'll be
you're multitasking, eh?
yeah, I'll be here sorting out clothes that are no longer her size and
Ah,
this serious work I'm doing here. So I'm really glad I didn't do this alone. Thank you all my amazing people for joining me today. It's indeed a beautiful Sunday, a rainy one for us. We are fully in enjoying spring weather, though it's a cold spring weather for us. And also, I promise to be coming online, Mel. I want to keep my channel active because these white people, it's like they don't blacklist me. So let me,
now so you think I've been adjust their craze, they do them.
I don't know what they do these people, oh, honestly. So I said to myself, I must start warming it up, waiting for
Yeah.
June because that's what they said.
Oh,
At
okay.
least let me keep getting it busy, putting out things here while I can, and also the one on Facebook. So
Yeah.
if you're meeting me for the first time, here we discuss trending stories, we discuss societal issues, we talk about everything. We talk about things happening, marriages, we talk about girl child, we talk about women. So if you like what we do here, do me well by subscribing to my channel on YouTube, Oyoyo's World. And also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Oyoyo's World. And also how long have I been talking to myself? I didn't know when I muted myself.
Yeah, but I just noticed it now and I had to unmute myself. I wanted
Ha,
to ask you.
sorry, guys. Sorry. So I was talking about my co-host today. If you love entertainment gist, if you love gossip stories, teas. My daughter said they don't call it gossip. That's old school. That is tea. If you love tea, please plug on with Entertainment Daily. You're going to have a swell time enjoying her page or her channel. With that, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I really, really appreciate this time. You guys don't know what you guys did for me, keeping me company. I really appreciate. And hopefully, we'll do this another time. My weekdays are really choked up that I can't be able to come live during your time, my European audience and African audience. But if I can, I will. If I can't, it will still be Saturday and Sundays. But I want to make Sunday a permanent thing so that I'll know I go live on Saturday, I go live on Sunday. For Sunday, I'm going to work my schedule to make sure I go live around 6 p.m. West African time, which will be my 12 noon in the US. So be sure to join me next week on my live shows. Okay, be sure to join me. Let's discuss what is on the news. Let's discuss how it affects families, how it affects women and the society at large. At least here, we don't have a lot of people. We don't have crowd like Daddy Freeze, and we're not charging money. It's free of charge. So when you come, you air your opinion.
Oh God.
Oh, don't mind me, guys. Please, please be free to join, share, and also Mommy, what of Auntie Spice? How is she doing? Auntie Spice was live today. I didn't even know. When I came into her life, she was already saying, "Thank you all, love you, love you." I said, "Oh my goodness, I missed that." So she came live today, which is a good thing. I will still go back to listen to what she discussed and then catch up with her. So please, please, and please don't forget to follow my page on YouTube, on Facebook, I'm sorry. And also like, share, and don't forget to follow both of us, Entertainment Daily on Facebook and as well on YouTube. Just as our names are showing here, that's what we have on YouTube as well. Mel, so in a nutshell, round up for us, okay? Let's call it a day.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that shout out, host. Um, well. I first of all, I want to say in the case of Daddy Freeze, for those people that are disappointed, well, I really think the jokes is actually on the people that are disappointed, because just because someone is presenting themselves to be something, or somebody is saying something, doesn't mean that that person is actually a saint and that person will always do right by you or by others. Daddy Freeze is Daddy Freeze. He has always shown himself. People just thought because he fought a certain battle, that means he's going to do the opposite. But well, he just revealed himself. To those of you that didn't know, that's that. So don't be shocked, don't be disappointed. He's not a philanthropist, he's not an advocate. Full stop, comma, Ali Coco Bendel. That's how they say it in Nigeria, right? Okay. Moving on to AY's case. I love the fact that AY came up with this write up. I think this is very thoughtful, because if you read that stuff, he said something and at the same time he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. That's just what
Mm-hmm.
AY is in a nutshell. That's what that write up was about. And if you ask me, not that people will listen, but my opinion is people should stop digging, just as you said, because there is nothing to be dogs out, because when you dig, you're definitely going to find skeletons, okay? And we don't want to see any skeleton or see any cockroaches in people's cupboards, because no, at the end of the day, nobody is perfect, okay?
Yeah.
So people will always do what they would do. You might say, this person committed this type of crime, I will not do this one, but you will do another one that another person too will say, me, I cannot do this one. So at the end of the day, we're all seen as in the eyes of the creator. So
Mm-hmm.
people should stop digging and stop poking them. They know what's up and they're trying to protect their children. And I think people should respect that. He has already said what he has said. If they try to fix it and it's not possible and they are divorced, I believe they might release an official statement if they want, letting people know that they are no longer together, and people should respect that and leave it at that. That's just what I want to say. Thank you so very much. And I hope I said everything I had to say. And in case of the immigration, shout out to Uche Wednesday. We mentioned Uche Wednesday. Uche, keep doing what you're doing. I think enough is enough for all these people, heartless people, because
Mm-hmm.
people will be asking people to pay money for something that they know that you're not supposed to pay, knowing fully well where our people are coming from, how the country is, how difficult it is to raise money, and people are still asking people. Now, most times, I talk this one for pitching self so that YouTube no go to hear them. Now, my people go they buy of illnesses where they need to fit diagnosed now because of all this level of wickedness. So people should be very careful and have conscience when you're trying to do things. Don't always try to rip people off because you think you're in a position where you can do that. Okay, some prayers they work, and some juju houses they work too. So be careful of how you're ripping people off. Thank you very much, host, for having me. I'll step down while you round up.
Ah, now say some prayers they work, or some juju houses they work. Oh, I don't hear about Joe. Mel is from Niger Delta. Okay, that's where she's from. She's my just sister by marriage. She's my just sister. So thank you, my beautiful host. She's a model. She graced the face of Cover Girl. In case you think we are just quack people here, that's why I call her Model Extraordinary. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your contribution to this. And you said it all. Please, if you're still digging about AY and the wife, please stop digging. They have children and they want to protect their children. That's why he put out that information out there. And if you are indeed one without sin, then cast the first stone. If you think you don't have any cockroach in your cupboard, then go ahead and fulfill that command Jesus said, if you are one without sin, cast, cast the first stone, which I know no one is righteous if you really look at it, from the pastors to regular people. We are come fall short to the glory of God from time to time. It takes the grace of God to live well and a lot of hard work and discipline. So, having said that, like my co-host said, that the freeze is a businessman, so he's not an advocate. He's not there to carry people's burden for free. If you understand that, then next time you want to go to Daddy Freeze, make sure you put out all the questions you need to ask so you get all your details at once, not being confused. And when they ask you to pay money, this is business. This is not a charity organization. But then again, when some stories are the kind that touches the heart, some of those things should use to create an awareness and stop the ills from happening to someone and stop someone from being a victim if you can. That is my stand on it. And that's why I brought Uchenwezi here on my thumbnail. Uchenwezi, people might not know what you're doing, but you're doing a whole lot. You're creating awareness for people to know, not to fall victim. Just keep doing that. If they want to listen, they should listen. At some point, when you have done this work for 6, 7 months, 8, 1 year, and somebody comes to me and say, I was applying for Canada and they did this, they did that, I will be the one that will say short, because somebody took time to research, to give out information, to create awareness. Are you telling me you did not see any of those on social media? Before you type about relocation, type also about what you need to beware of. Is very important. Having said that, I must appreciate all of you for joining me today. Join me again next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be putting my time out. I want to be more disciplined with my time, so I will know at this time I'm live. And if possible, schedule out my live streams ahead of time. So thank you guys for lending your voices today. Catch me on next Saturday, definitely. And if you're watching from North America, I'm trying to see if I can create live streams for North America, because it's just 3 p.m. my time. And there's still a lot of free time for me in the evening. So I'm trying to see what I can work on for North American followers and subscribers. Do me well to like this video, share this video, and lend your voice in the comment section. Until I see you guys in my next live stream, be well and be aware of what is going on. Don't fall prey of what others are already victim of. Read, research before you do anything. If you're trying to apply to relocate overseas, do a little research. It might save you from being scammed. Let me put it out. Do a little research. It might save you from being scammed by those out there looking for who to scam. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Until I see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao. Bye.